Hey, what's up, mi gente? This is Mr. OK. I'm not a financial advisor. Take this for entertainment purposes. So let's get into it. Listen, sometimes you have to unwind with with life and what's going on around AMC. It's been crazy because I just got in like about a few hours ago, and I was just, basically going back, looking up what was going on. I mean, gosh, I'm so happy that I don't listen to a lot of these guys when it comes down to buying and selling and doing things like that, because people don't realize that we are not going to sell at a specific number. Everybody got their own individual numbers. Everybody's saying that it should be higher. Some people say it should be the way it is. Blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, it's your number. You know, it's crazy how we look bad as a family as a whole. And the reason why I say this is because people see the emotion and don't see the psychology of what's going on. Obviously, I think probably since June or even more, even before that, um, obviously there are people in all the communities that are trying to divide us, either by color, by race, by religion, whatever the case may be. None of us have the money yet. So for us to sit here and keep talking crap back and forth amongst each other makes us look bad as a whole. If I would have listened to half of the stuff without me actually researching on my own, I would have been screwed. I would have probably been out lots and lots and lots of money. This is why I want to bring this channel and bring it up, because this is a channel for us to learn from each other's victories and from each other's mistakes at the end of the day. People are so well off about talking about each other's numbers is crazy. Let's be honest with ourselves. And let's be honest. If I had 10,000 shares, you think I want to hold to 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, 100,000? Come on now. Let's be realistic. Forget about the fantasy stuff, because we have a chance to actually have some life-changing wealth. And look how we act, like a bunch of fools. I'm glad I didn't do nothing this weekend. I'm glad I didn't come in. I wanted to chime in on some few things and everything. Let me tell you guys, my last video, I told you guys. I told you how the market was going to be. Why? Because I'm not experienced like everybody else. Some people have 20, 30, 40, 50 years in doing the market. But I'm learning fast. Extremely fast. Especially with other people's mistakes. So, obviously, there is somebody within the ranks that are trying to divide us. Are trying to say F the movement, F this, F that. At the end of the day, we all retail investors. So let's start moving forward in that example. Because if you really want me to tell you the truth, it looks like a group of people don't want to be leaders, Okay? Because all of us are individual leaders. Let's get that straight. But there are people within the ranks that actually are trying to fight for basically top dog. And I'm not going to mention the name because I don't want a defamation lawsuit or anything like that. I don't need that headache. I came here to make money. I didn't come here for the drama of what everybody is talking about. Now, me personally, I mean, if AMC drops tomorrow, I'm going to buy a few more shares. Why am I going to just use the euphoria of just come on, let's go, let's get it, for us to put money in? No, I'm going to sit there and wait. I'm going to wait for it to drop. If I would have waited, if I would have put the money in where a certain individual told me to, I would have not have the shares that I have today. And I started this journey since June. Listen, we all knew crypto was going to get hit at the end of the day. We all knew crypto was going to get hit. But when I not encouraged, but I encouraged myself, put it that way, to buy a few more shares of certain crypto stocks that has big names. And as soon as I saw it to the point that I saw the resistance at, that's when I immediately took out. The problem with everybody wants to talk about the numbers. You can't. But I did that. Am I stressing? No. Am I upset? No. There's so many things that have to take place in order for this to blow. And I'm not knocking nobody because, it's just me trying to help out the youth, people in other countries and everything like that. You see, I'm not going to be stressing myself and having lose sleep overnight, knowing that, I'm getting back into the education process, okay? Work, family, and everything like that. And then juggling this here. You see, I want people to feel comfortable and feel positive when everything is negative. This is why if I do come in, I'm going to come in when things look like things are about to get bad. Because you know why? Because we may talk about the numbers, but we never talk about the psychology of the numbers. Obviously, this is what's going on with the whole movement. And then the fact that you got people pointing fingers at each other going back and forth doesn't help anybody. Because at the end of the day, say what you want to say. This is YouTube land. But everybody is not going to go, okay, at the exact moment in time for the sell button exactly out of everybody. Come on now, let's stop. Let's be more realistic than that. Now, with a person that has 10,000 shares, with a person that has, 350 shares, who do you think is going to hold out the most? This one here or this one here? That's the psychology of it all. The problem is that when I tried to address it, people looked at me like I was crazy. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? If I make $24 million over here, and this guy make about maybe 10 to 15, he's not going to care about this man here. Let's be realistic about this. You got your money, now you go. So now what we're doing is that we evening up the playing field. So now it's going up and go up, up. So now here with these people with these numbers that only bought X, Y, and Z and had it there and only bought like a few shares, the ones that's over here, scraping and doing and hustling and doing what they have to do, just to get those shares and so are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Obviously, if you don't see that, I do. I would have never have gotten to the place that I've gotten if I was to listen to half these motherfuckers. And sometimes the reason why I listen to these people is there is certain intel that is benefit to all of us. The problem is that most of us don't know how to weave it out and pick it up and then speak on about it. It's always fast grab, boom, 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 boom. Come on now. You already know 2 weeks ago, and I shouldn't have to tell you this, that a war affects the market. We already know this. It's in our history books. So we understand that once they call out and they start saying war, okay, everybody gets scared. Everybody pulls out their money, okay? Those who are diamond handing it are diamond handing it, okay? So those guys, I don't even put into that sense because they already know their main goal is they set up on a different mission than everybody else, point blank. So at the end of the day, when it comes to war and the stock market, you know it do us no good. So you really think we was going to come from a 3-day weekend and then come back just before Biden speaks and he talks about war and sanctions to Vladimir Putin, and then he had his own little speech in Russia. So, I mean, you know, when I told everybody this was the Squid Games, I wasn't lying to you. I'm being honest with you guys. I don't want you guys to lose everything on a bet. You're holding for a reason, just like I'm holding for a reason. And when I see my number, then it's time for me to part ways. But I am going to keep moving forward and keeping moving forward in this market. Why? Because transparency is in play, everyone. You don't see the big picture the way I see the big picture. You see electrical cars plugging into a basically electrical gasoline station or a piece in a built-in modified piece at your home. I'm thinking of it being on the road that you never need to stop. This is the level that I'm in. Okay? And this is just an idea. And I hope this sinks in to all the right people out there in the world. When this is said and done, let's start our own renaissance. Let's start it. We don't need nobody. We got it. Let's do it. There was a man in South Africa that actually made a TV using energy in the air, using that type of energy, that type of formula in a machine that never needs to be plugged. So think of the opportunities that we have. If they don't want our future to be bright, then we have to make it bright. We need to make it so bright that we see everything. At the end of the day, I don't want nobody to get screwed in the AMC play. I don't want people to get screwed in the sundial. Okay? But look what happened as an example. Lou said, hey, everybody, let's go to Cove and everything like that. And I know there was a group of individuals that sold out that day to short the shit out of stock. So all I'm saying is that it wasn't just the basically pump and dump scheme that people was claiming that they was talking about. Because I'm going to be honest with you, all those motherfuckers was in on it. And you see, I'm not mentioning no names. Because it doesn't make sense. I'm not going to sit here for you to point at me, for us to point at each other. Because at the end of the day, all we here to do is to make money. and actually to build a legacy for the family at the end of the day. My question is, you was asking Adam, okay, knowing Adam for donation, knowing that if he was just to provide something for the people that's actually having trouble in our states, I think us as a family would give a lot more donation to what he's trying to consider or what certain YouTubers are trying to consider. Because we are the army. We are the financial army, and we're moving forward. The problem is that we're not here to follow each other. We're here to build ideas. That's what we're here to do, is to build an idea, build an identity for your own. The problem is that too many egos plays into this, and then everybody falls into the drama. Like, come on now. How can we be serious? Or how can any company take us seriously, but they can do the shit that they can do to us in front of our face, and then the frustration is shown on YouTube, okay? And then everybody start lunging at each other. There ain't nothing we can do at this point but buy and hold to the number that you want. And I realize that there is going to be a lot of unhappy people after this. But let's be realistic. That person that has 10 million shares versus the person that has 350 shares. Who's going to hold out? I can tell you, these people here. And I don't want these people here, okay, to get a bag of air. Because basically you just robbed the army. That's what I'm saying. So, it is what it is. I don't want this guys to get screwed, because this guy here has already been making money and still eating whatever he's eating, okay, in those sky rises and everything like that. So this guy here, okay, needs to step up, okay, and voice his opinion and say what he needs to say. And if they don't fucking like it, okay, they can kiss your ass and you can keep moving and you can come to my fucking channel. Because trust me, okay, all I want is the real ones here. Because at the end of the day, I want to build a business model that will protect this little guy here. The fuck is wrong with these people here? Embarrassing us, man. I love you guys. Take care. Step forward. Stop playing in the dark. Obviously, you see what the fuck they do. So, don't stress yourself. I love you. Everybody in the world, God bless you. I love you. Stay focused. I have a lot of political channel, but I'm not going to discuss it here. It's not the time or place. But all I want is for you guys to be healthy. I want you to learn knowledge so you can help your family. After that, I want you to help your community. We are what we are here to do. And we are the chosen people to do it. So let's step forward and step into the night, into the light. It may get hot, it may get sweaty, but at the end of the day, we're going to catch a little bit of tan. And I think everybody will like that at the end of the day.